It's time for another Q&A. We asked for your questions, and you guys submitted a lot on the Mark 47. So, how about Q&A Mark 47 style? Coming up next. Hey everybody, Mike here from CMMG, and welcome back. You guys have tons of questions for us, and this time we're going to do a Q&A dedicated solely to the Mark 47. So, without any further ado, let's just dive right in. The first question comes to us from I Am Corel on Instagram. The question is, what is a good quality but reasonably priced low power variable optic for the Mark 47? Well, that's really kind of subjective. Everybody has a little bit of different opinion there. What I would recommend doing though is going to the CMMG enthusiast page on Facebook and asking the people there what it is that they might recommend. There are a lot of people running Mark 47s with a lot of different optic options. Now just keep in mind, though it is an enthusiast page, it was done for enthusiasts by enthusiasts. So that's not necessarily something you're going to get a lot of interaction from us on, but there is a lot of good information there. All right, the next question comes to us from Shimo Temple on Instagram. Question is there a difference between the upper and lower receiver on the 100 series Mark 47 versus the 300 series? Well, internally and furniture-wise, yes. But as far as the actual receiver itself, no. The only difference you're really getting into between the 1, 2, and 300 series on any of the platforms is going to be furniture, trigger, buttstock, different things of that sort. The actual receiver itself is the same. All right, moving right along. The next question comes from Cortizzle510 on Instagram. The question is, now this is how it is written. It says, do you offer AR conversion for 5.34 by 39? I'm guessing that's supposed to be 5.45 by 39. And do you offer an AR47 conversion kit for AR15 lowers? Unfortunately, we do not offer either one of those right now because we have the Mark 47, which is going to be a lot beefier overall platform as opposed to trying to use 7.62 by 39 components on a standard AR lower. Moving right along to a question from Charlie L on Facebook. Charlie asks, when I order a Resolute 300 Mark 47, is there any good upgrades you guys can do to it, or is the 300 as good as it gets? Well, directly from us, the 300 series is going to be completely decked out. It's going to have our Premier Cerakote, it's going to have our better ripstock option, it's going to have the better grips, the charging handle, ambi safety, Geisley SSA trigger, so it's going to be pretty well loaded out. Now, one thing to keep in mind, since it is a Mark 47, if you would like to add accessories to it yourself, you can change things out. Just keep in mind, the triggers are going to be pretty much mil-spec variety. We would recommend heavier springs to make sure you don't get any light primer strikes. If you would want to change the handguard, remember it is going to be an LR308 high pattern. Muzzle device is 5/8 24 thread. And so there's a ton of things out there that you can do. I've got mine decked out kind of to my own liking myself. But the 300 comes decked out pretty good to start. Next, we have a question from TexasMade2789 on Instagram. They ask, I've ordered a Banshee Mark 47 with suppressor. I don't have it yet. Do I need to do any mods to run subsonic ammo? Well, depending on the barrel length, actually, I'm not even going to say depend on the barrel length. Yes, you are going to have to do some modifications to it. Typically, you're going to want to start off with an adjustable gas block, and depending on the ammo, there's a very good chance you're probably going to have to open up the gas port. Subsonic 7.62 by 39 is one of those things you don't see a lot of, and it is kind of tricky to tune to, so it is going to need modification to work properly. All right, the next question comes from Eskimo Morosky on Instagram. They ask, does the Mark 47 300 come in a 10-inch barrel? Well, if you're referring to the Banshee, it comes standard in a 8-inch configuration. But if you would prefer a 10-inch barrel, make sure you contact our sales department and order it from them in that configuration directly. It's not a regular item for us, but you can have it custom made. Our next question comes from Paisley Brandon on Instagram. They ask, does the Mark 47 have radial delay blowback bolt? It does not. It is direct impingement. Along with that, they also ask if the 300 blackout is radial delay and if the 22 long rifle is radial delay. 300 blackout, just like the Mark 47, is also direct impingement. The 22 long rifle is straight or traditional blowback. Now, Mr. John to you on Instagram asks, shooting a mutant suppressed, what is the best way to limit gas blowback? Is it an adjustable gas block? Well, an adjustable gas block would probably be one of your best ways to be able to mitigate that and adjust it. One little trick I personally have done is I've taken and put in a little bit of RTV sealant right on the channel of the charging handle, right behind where it mates up with the upper receiver. And that acts as a really good seal to keep any gas from blowing back in your face right there. And last but certainly not least, the question comes from Steve Messink on Instagram. He says, when are you gonna make a 545 by 39 mutant, or is that dead? Trust me, I will be one of the first people on that bandwagon when we release it. Honestly, I'm not sure where it is in the planning stages. I know it is something that has been looked at, but there are so many things going on in our engineering department. I don't know the current status of it. So I say just keep your eyes open, and hopefully I'll have some good news to report to you sometime, because you're going to see me out with my personal one. All right, everybody, that does it for Q&A Mark 47 Edition. Thank you guys for all of your questions. Make sure you keep them coming. If you have any more questions, feel free to hit us up in the comments down below. And if you've made it this far and you've watched all this video, you know what it's time to do. Give us a like. Please give us a subscribe. We're trying to grow the channel, and you'd be surprised how many of you that watch this actually are not subscribed. It would be huge if you just take a quick second and hit that button for us. So guys, until next time, as always, stay safe out there.